Deep inside a dense forest, far away from the noise of the world, stood a small wooden house. It was old, simple, and quiet, but it carried the weight of great responsibility. Two sisters lived in that house. From the outside, their life seemed small and ordinary, but inside, their world was filled with struggle, patience, and silent strength. Their father had passed away when they were very young, and just a few months ago, their mother, their last protection, had also left them forever. From that day on, the sisters had only one another. Every morning before sunrise, they woke up in silence. No complaints, no excuses. They picked up their worn tools and walked deep into the forest. Their job was simple, but painfully hard. They cut wood from tall trees, heavy logs, sharp axes, tired arms. After hours of cutting, they tied the wood together and carried it on their backs to nearby villages. They sold it for a small amount, just enough to survive. Some days they returned with aching bodies, some days with bleeding hands, but they never stopped, because stopping meant hunger. One exhausting afternoon, while cutting wood near the riverbank, something unusual caught their attention. Floating gently on the water was an old book. Its cover was torn, its pages looked ancient, but strangely, the book was completely dry. Curious, one sister stepped forward and picked it up. On the very first page, a single sentence was written. Every wish will be fulfilled in exchange for time. They looked at each other. What does that mean? One whispered. They didn't fully understand the warning hidden in those words. All they could think was, a book that grants wishes. That day their bodies were beyond exhaustion. Their arms felt numb, their legs trembled. As they sat near the river in silence, one sister finally spoke. "What if, just once, we try the book?" The other sister shook her head immediately. "No, we don't have time for nonsense. If we don't work, we don't eat." "But what if it helps us?" the first asked softly. "What if it makes life a little easier?" There was silence. Then the wiser sister said slowly, "If we are going to wish, it must be something sensible, something that helps our work, not replaces it." They thought carefully. Every day, most of their strength was spent cutting trees. So together they whispered, "We wish the wood was already cut." Suddenly, a loud sound echoed. Before their eyes appeared a huge pile of chopped wood, perfectly cut, ready to carry. Their hearts raced. Fear, joy, disbelief. The magic had worked. That day they sold wood in 5 villages instead of 2. They earned more money than ever before. But when they returned home, they collapsed. Their bodies were more exhausted than usual. They hadn't cut trees, but the longer travel and heavier load had drained them even more. That night, one sister whispered, "I wish food was already cooked." Moments later, warm food appeared. The magic felt comforting, dangerously comforting. Soon, wishes became normal. A donkey appeared to carry wood. The wood loaded itself. Cleaning happened without effort. Meals appeared without cooking. Slowly, they stopped working. Why sweat when wishing was easier? They wished for comfort, jewelry, soft beds. But something strange happened. Their faces began to change. Wrinkles appeared. Their backs bent. They were aging. One night, they looked into a mirror. They gasped. They were old, much older than they should be. Then they remembered the sentence, "Every wish will be fulfilled in exchange for time." They had traded their youth for comfort. Still, greed whispered one last time. They wished for wealth, then for a palace. The palace appeared, but they collapsed, old, weak, broken. Tears fell. "We destroyed ourselves," one cried. "We chose ease over effort." With trembling hands, they carried the book back to the river. "We don't want this any more," they said. They threw the book into the water. The moment it sank, everything changed. Their bodies returned to their true age. Their strength returned. They returned to their small wooden house. They worked again. Life was hard, but peaceful. They had learned the truth. Ease without effort is expensive. Hard work is the real blessing. And from that day on, they never wished for shortcuts again. Final moral: the desire for ease can steal your time. Hard work gives life meaning.